here to teach you a new mobility drill that I saw from another great trainer. And I love this exercise because it's our great old, but so good, 90-90 sit. So getting some mobility in those hips, internal, external rotators, but then also strengthening the hip. So our joints need mobility, but they also need stability. Sometimes when we think that a joint feels stiff, sometimes it's actually telling us that it needs more strength than mobility. And I was actually studying the other day and learned this, and it's so fascinating that men tend to need more mobility and women tend to need more stability. So kind of think about that when a joint of yours is feeling stiff. Is it really feeling stiff? And after doing some mobility drills, does it kind of feel the same? So do you need to work on some strength stuff? So let's think of our low back. If our low back is feeling stiff, do some mobility drills. If it kind of feels the same, I'd say try some strength stuff. Try some dead bugs to activate that core. Try some glute bridges to activate the glute. So kind of reminding your body what muscles should be holding the pelvis stable in place versus like your low back or other joints taking over, which tend to do that sometimes. So this exercise, so let's get into this 90-90 heel click exercise. This is more an advanced move. So if you're brand new to like the 90-90 sit, I'd say continue to work on that 90-90 sit so you get more mobility in those hips. But this is a great move to do down the road. So we're going to get into our good 90-90 sit. Again, remember our front leg, knee is bent 90 degrees, shin is right in front of us, my torso is square over my front shin, and then my back leg, knee is bent 90 degrees. If I put my arm straight out, my leg should be in line with my arm that's straight out, and that tells me if I'm in line or not. So then from there, with a tall torso, remember we don't want to arch forward as we do this. We want to keep a tall torso, hinge at those hips. You can put your hands down side by your knee and your foot. We're going to lean forward as far as you can into that till you feel a good stretch. Again, don't overstretch it, don't force it. Then we're going to stand tall. Stand tall, you can kind of clasp your hands together. We want to keep a nice tall torso. We want to make sure that we're not bringing this knee up while we're doing this heel click. So think of pushing this knee and this ankle bone into the floor as you sit tall. And then click this back foot is going to swing around our body. Click our heels together, again keeping a nice tall spine. And then go bring that leg back to our 90-90 position. We're going to lean forward again. Sit up nice and tall, breathe in, push the air out. As you do that heel click, because that's going to help get that core engaged and that's going to help you stay more upright as you do that. So again, we're leaning forward. Core is engaged, heel click, and then back. This is what it looks like in the side view. And again, remember that when you're bringing that leg around to do that heel click, that you're wanting to use the strength of your hips. That's why we're doing this, to strengthen our hip muscles. So you should be feeling it like hips, glute area, not so you don't want that low back to be taking over, okay? So that's why it's also important to keep that core engaged while you're doing that heel click. So I'm going to hold my hands in a fist together by my chest. I like that. I'm going to hinge at those hips, lean forward, feel a good stretch in my front leg, even maybe the back. Breathe in, push that air out, heel click, and then return. Lean forward, heel click, and then that's how you do a 90-90 sit with a heel click. Again, remember when you're doing that heel click, we want to use the strength of your glutes to bring that foot around and do that heel click. Keeping your core engaged so you keep yourself nice and upright. Again, that's a great exercise to get just more mobility in those hips, but also, like I said, that strength part as well. You really need to strengthen those joints as well. Enjoy!